What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to combine my weekend ramble with my prediction video for Michigan and Michigan State. Just a little thing that I do on the weekends. It's kind of stuff that I'm interested in or that's particularly interesting to me. But if you guys don't want to watch this video, just go ahead and click off on it. There's a bunch of other videos that I make. I make beer reviews. I'm starting to get back into Detroit Lions post-game thoughts and all that sort of thing. So, and tomorrow's going to be Washington and Detroit. I'll give my thoughts on perspective when I come back home. I'm probably going to go to my parents and help them do a couple of things. So, but when I get back, I'll do a wrap-up video for that. So, and I do, like I said, do beer reviews, all that sort of thing. So, there's other videos you guys can watch if you want to. Today, right now, guys, I just getting up. It's 10 after 8 in the morning here. I kind of do this thing first thing in the morning, try to get it out of the way, so I can go do some other things. Last night, my high school alma mater, which is Springport High School in Springport, Michigan, it's where I went to school at. And in my last video, I congratulated them for winning the Big 8 championship, which is a Michigan High School Athletic Association. Now, I think I know there's other Big 8 conferences all around, probably the nation, but this one's here in Michigan. It's just a small school, guys. It's not a very big school. I think there's probably, if I were to guess, I would guess probably close to 2,000 students K through 12. So that tells you how big the school is. So it's a pretty small school. I'm going to admit it's pretty small. Last night they lost to Grass Lake 43-27 in the Cascades Big 8 crossover championship game. It was actually a pretty good game. It was 27-27 going. I think at the end of the third quarter it was 27-27. I mean, it was a very, very good game. Grass Lake, to me, when I looked at them at the pregame warm-ups, they looked a little bit bigger, a little bit more physical. But our team came out and they gave Grass Lake a good fight. I will admit that for a little high school team, Springport, that really. And I don't mean this as a derogatory term or anything, but our school is very small, and it's going to be once in a blue moon that we win a state championship in any sport. Probably our best sport would probably be the running sports if we were to get a state championship, or wrestling. So that's how small our school is. But we have a damn good wrestling program. Like I said, they lost 43-27. I put on Facebook that it was 37, but it was actually 43-27. I thought it was a great game up until the last part. I thought the refereeing was very tight. Pass interference calls on both sides of the ball, too. Grass Lake had some, and we had some that I was like, man, they're being very, very ticky-tacky on the pass interference calls. But right down towards the end, guys, we made some mental mistakes. We were tired, and we just couldn't keep up with Grass Lake. But Grass Lake's a very good football team from what I've heard. Within the Jackson area, the county of Jackson area. I heard good things about Grass Lake. So congratulations, Grass Lake, on the Cascades Conference Big 8 crossover championship. You guys just played better. I'm just going to admit, you guys just played better. Actually, I was very impressed with both teams. I was very impressed. I thought there was some, at least on the Springport side, I thought there was. When we got behind, we were down by 1 touchdown going about 7 minutes into the last quarter. And in Michigan, they're 10-minute quarters. So we were right at the 7-minute mark, and we had the ball at I think at our 20-yard line, and we were starting to drive down the field. But we never passed the ball. We always ran the ball, and I don't understand why. I don't understand the thinking there. That's my only thing. And there's been a couple of hiccups in my last couple of videos where I didn't understand quite the coaching decisions there. Now, I couldn't coach. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything about football because I don't, especially a high school football. But when you're down by 7 and you got 7 minutes to go and your offense is kind of slow to march down the field, I did not quite understand why they ended up wanting to run the ball. Even though they could run the ball, it's just that at times it was kind of stagnant. So, but I'm going to get off that soapbox down, guys. Sorry. Moving on. Drew Sharp dies at 56. I guess that happened, I don't know if it happened yesterday or the day before or whatever. Drew Sharp was a columnist, I think, for the Detroit Free Press or the Detroit News, one of the two Detroit papers. He was very opinionated about Detroit sports. He always kind of seemed to say negative things about, especially about the Lions. And some of it was deserved, I will admit that. But even when they were playing well, he kind of was still negative on the Lions. So as a person, I think that, to me, as a person, I never knew the man personally, and I never got to meet the man, but as a sports columnist, and I hate to say this, but I'm glad the negativity is gone. I will admit that. I'm glad the negativity is gone. Not because of his death, just because I don't have to hear any more hatred from Drew Sharp about the Detroit Lions or the Tigers. He never had anything seems like he never had anything positive to say, actually, about any Detroit sports. It was always negative, and when they did play well, it was kind of the middle of the road. It was never up into the positive category. So, as a sports columnist, I'm glad we don't have to hear his opinions anymore. But as a person, I'm sad to see him go. So, you guys can take that how you will. Today's games is Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan plays Illinois. I think they're going to destroy them, much like they did Rutgers. I don't know what the score is going to be. I'm guessing it's probably going to be in the 40s or 50s. I just hope they don't run up the score again like they did against Rutgers. I know that team is not the Illinois team is not very good. Usually they were a good team back in the 80s and 90s. They used to be a very good football team. Illinois used to be. But now, with Lovie Smith coming in there, he's got a lot of work to do, I'll tell you that. Lovie Smith has a lot of work to do. I know he can do it. It's just that he's got an uphill battle and he's got his work cut out for him. But I think today is probably going to be another blowout. It's probably going to be 20-plus points. I don't know what the spread is. I don't do spreads or anything like that, but I think Michigan's going to win big. And I believe today Michigan State plays Maryland. And I don't know if they play at Maryland or not. I think they might, because the last two games have been in Spartan Stadium. But I don't know. They may play in East Lansing. But with the way Michigan State's playing right now, guys, I don't know if I can predict them to win. I mean, they seem to be down on their luck. I don't know what's going on with the coaching. That team just seems to be in disarray right now. So I'm going to take Maryland to win the game. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I'm going to take Maryland to win the game. Until Michigan State can show me they can win games, I'm going to predict them to lose every time. Although the Michigan game is the game that even though they could be 0-7 going into that game, but they'll play their hearts out against Michigan. So that's a game that they very well may win. But yeah, today I think it's going to be a loss against Maryland. Like I said, I don't know if it's in East Lansing or if it's at Maryland. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how that one is. But I'm going to predict Maryland to win that game. And the Lions, like I said, I already did my prediction video for the Lions. I think they win on a last-second field goal. But there wasn't a whole lot of news going on, guys. And I'll admit, I don't watch the news anymore because it always seems to be, at least here in around the Lansing area, it seems to be who robbed who shot who, and what political person said what, and how can we turn it to be negative. It just seems to be this negativity in the media, maybe not necessarily sports media, but the news media. And I don't want to hear that crap. That's why I don't watch the news anymore. But I try to watch the nightly news, even though when I look at the clock and be like, man, I want to watch the news, it's already past 7 o'clock by the time I think about it. So, but I just wish the news outlets would give us something that actually can give us information on, instead of always the negativity stuff. And if they can seem to never get the positive things out of stuff. So, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. I really don't have much more to say about today. I tried to find some other stuff on CNN, the local news media here in Lansing. There wasn't much going on this week. I'll admit, there wasn't a whole lot, except for some robberies and murders that happened in Lansing and car accidents. So, anyway, guys, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this video? Go down, go down and put a comment down there. You can comment about the Michigan State games today. if you wish, or if you know about anything about the Grass Lake Springport game, you can go ahead and put it down in the comments too. Also, while you're there, do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces.